Alright, November 27th, 2013, Detective Yates, Detective Bessner, out at 2804 Pleasant Colony, attempting to contact Robert Quigley, reference 13-002947.
Yeah.
I'm Detective Yates from the Sheriff's Office.
How you doing?
Good.
What's going on? Razor. Can you get him?
Snow's here, huh?
Day off work?
No, I wasn't at my house.
Oh, man, okay. Hello. We're talking crime for a second?
Yeah. Trying to think where we go.
Like I said, I'm Rusty Yates.
How you doing?
Jeff Bessner. Nice to meet you, sir.
Good. Nice to meet you.
The reason that we're stopping by to speak with you today is I know there's this ongoing issues down at the Township Hall with Lisa Knapp, and she'd actually filed a complaint with our office reference to harassment she was receiving from a Buddy Wilson
Okay.
through email and other electronic communication. The report was filed, and the deputy submitted it to the prosecutor to review it, and he in turn wanted some additional follow-up done to determine who Buddy Wilson was.
Okay.
Not here to interrogate you, but I will tell you that through the investigation, it was linked back to you.
How to me? I had nothing to do with Buddy Wilson.
Okay. All right, well, maybe you can help me understand this then. You have a sister?
Yes.
Okay. What's her name?
Karen.
What is
Jody or Kim. Karen, Jody, or Kim. So you have Kim Young, Jody McClellan, and then Karen Wilson.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Are you talking about going through her? I mean, directly with me? Or are you saying is it linked directly to me or directly to one of them?
Well, linked to a family member of yours.
Yeah.
So.
It is what it is.
It is. And
And as far as I know, there's no threats of violence or anything like that.
We need to put this to
I
bed.
can tell you, I can tell you it was Karen, my sister. She came out. I confronted her at one point. I didn't know about it for the longest time, and I sent an email actually to Buddy telling him to stop because it wasn't going to do anything. And next thing you know, I found out it was her. And
Yeah, they traced the IP address
Yeah.
to your sister's house there. So, I mean, it is what it is, and we just need to...
Here's the thing, though. I mean, I know for a fact that we have additional subpoenas out to determine other IP addresses for like Facebook accounts and posts through Facebook and stuff like that. I know that the initial, or at some point, an account was created through the IP at your sister's residence, and I just want to make sure that none of those other IP addresses throughout the scene are going to come back to you, because from what I've read in all of this, I mean, your sister lives.
she lives up in Cleveland.
How does she have all this intimate knowledge and details of the workings of the township?
She, from the detail standpoint, how intimate? I don't know. I mean, from the standpoint of me going up and like venting to my family and Christmas of all the craziness going on, various things. Yeah, I mean that stuff comes up. I mean, I run into her all the time, and there would be like discussions about what's going on.
Is this something you asked her to do as far
No,
as...
I did not. In fact, like I said, I sent an email to Buddy before I even knew that. I had some speculations because it was interesting when it started popping up, and it was like Buddy Wilson. I'm like sitting there thinking, okay, sister's last name, but I had never asked her to do it. I never asked her to do anything about it, and it was just one of those things where she got engaged. If you saw what she did for supporting my dad with the American flag up in Macedonia, she gets her teeth into something. She just does not stop.
Is any of the other accounts, is any of that going to come back? VIP or anything to you?
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't, or is there a possibility?
No, I can ask my wife, but I don't.
Okay.
But I don't. As far as I know, I didn't. I'm telling you, I stayed out of that. I didn't want to be involved with any of that stuff. I didn't ask anybody to do anything. There should be nothing coming back to our house. There should. As far as I know, there shouldn't be anything coming back to our house. Honestly, guys, I have too much other stuff to do with work and deal with that. I have no reason to go down that route and cause those kind of issues.
So when I reach out to your sister, she's gonna say yes, this was me.
I don't see why she wouldn't. I mean, at this point,
Were you ever up there orchestrating anything behind the scenes of the computer?
no,
Or
no.
shipping?
No. You can ask her.
Well, we have to.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I mean, it's just part of the...
I mean, we're not pointing fingers as far as who's wrong and who's right with how the township's run, but I mean, the complaint's filed, and if you file a complaint, we're going to look into it just the same.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems to me it's kind of odd how the details that she has on this information and
What details?
and just there. I mean, the emails to Joel, to you, forwarded to everybody else. It's just I don't know. It just seems like it's kind of a little over the top for somebody that doesn't have firsthand knowledge of what's going on at the township there.
Well, I mean,
So that's why
I can't. Again, the only thing I can say is that there was conversations I've had with my family. You can even ask my dad when I go up there and talk to him. I mean, we'd sit down and have conversations about politics and dealing with that kinds of stuff. And my sister lives up there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that could be part of it. I mean, I don't know. Again, I wasn't orchestrating her to do anything or tell her to do anything. And again, like I said, I even told her, I got a... At one point, I sent an email out saying, stop it, because no matter what you do, and this was directly to Buddy, was saying, no matter what you do, it's not going to change anything, so there's no point to doing this. And so I...
So at what point were you made aware that it was your sister?
Oh, geez, it was probably several months after it all began.
Did you tell her to knock it off?
I did.
Okay.
Did it continue after that?
I don't think it did. I really don't. I think it was at a point where... because when I sent that email to Buddy directly, there was still some things being shot out. And then I started, finally got to a point, I just said, listen, is it you or what? What's going on? And she's like, well, yeah. I go, okay, you need to stop.
Why did you think it was her?
Again, Wilson, Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a dog named Buddy. Okay.
Oh,
So, I mean, and like you said, there was a lot, and I searched on Facebook and did all this stuff, looking for all the Buddy Wilsons out there and stuff like that, because I was trying to figure out, we were all trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what was going on, but it just, at one point I even asked somebody, I go, I think I might know who it is, so I confront them, and they were like, yeah, you probably should, so.
Okay. Do you have a contact number for your sister?
Yeah.
I mean, I have her address and all that other information. I just...
And again, the other reason, Lisa will tie this back to anything anyway, so why would I even get myself engaged into that? I mean, even the fact that she's my sister, she's going to blow it out of proportion. I mean, so...
No, it is what it is. It's done is done. Apologize for the...
No, you're fine. You got a dog that carries it in all the time.
For the snow.
Yeah. Home phone number? Six.
And that is Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Okay. I have that same exact shirt, by the way.
It's been sitting around forever.
So it's a relic at this point.
I mean, it's like been beat up for
Yeah.
everything, so I know I got other ones that I got holes all over it, so I can't throw them out.
Gotta hang on to it, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But guys, I know you gotta do what you gotta do, and whatever you guys need, just let me know.
Well, we appreciate you being on this.
well, if you'd like to prepare any type of written statement, I mean, I would prefer to have a written statement, but that's up to you.
Just stating what happened or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean.
Yeah, because I mean, in detail, because it's going to have to be explained. Because I mean, there's a long
history here.
Listen, I've been through it the last 2 years.
You know more about it than we do.
Yeah,
So
I mean, just things going back and forth between her and Joel, Debbie, her. I mean, it's just been going on for 2 years now, and you know, whatever.
How are things now?
How are things now? Well, I guess okay. I don't know. I mean, we haven't really haven't heard much from her since then. So I haven't. The meeting seemed to be fine. So.
Okay. Well, if you want to prepare a statement, you can email it to me. My address is on that card.
put in the pocket, right?
Yeah. But again, like I said, I mean, the prosecutor is interested in this, and like I said, there's more subpoenas out there, and I don't want it to be a situation where, yeah, we talked to Mr. Quigley, and he said, yeah, my sister did this, I had nothing to do with it. I don't want to have any of that information come back to an IP address registered to your address or to you.
It should not.
Because that won't look good on you at all?
It will not.
Okay.
There's
I
nothing
just want to be sure.
There's nothing that's going to happen down here
Okay.
that came out of this house. I'm positive there isn't.
Okay.
You know, unless
If it is now, let's do it.
Unless someone came over my house and did something or something that I wasn't aware of.
You haven't seen any of your wife, and she hadn't been.
doesn't.
Okay.
Trust me, she's
Okay.
She wants me out of this position.
Okay. This is probably going to be more fuel for her fire.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was actually this close to not running again, just because
Right.
everything else going on. And the only reason why I ran is because a bunch of people asked me to, and that was it. I didn't want. I spent too much time on it. I got a job that's been getting neglected because of this.
Were you work for the bank then? Or?
Elvon, it's
Elvon.
a subsidiary of the bank.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just it's hurting my own job.
What year did you graduate from Ohio State?
Well, I was a little late, but it was it 2002? No,
Okay.
97. I went to the military and came out.
All
and
right. I
finished
graduated
it.
from 96.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have graduated like in 94.
That's
but-
cool. Yeah.
Do you have a cell number if I need to contact
Yeah,
you?
614
Okay.
496 8826.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you speaking with us.
Hey, then you need. If there's emails or anything you need or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I think any documentation that you had that would.
Support that. Did you ever email your sister and say, "Yeah, knock this off"?
I just called her
Okay.
and just said,
Okay.
you know, it's the same thing with the email. I could send you an email that I sent to Buddy saying, you know,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah, I would forward that.
forward that to you.
Okay.
Yeah. I know Lisa had done a records request through the township for.
No, I heard about that.
email between them. I don't know if that email would be included in that or not.
You know, I heard that she did. I never got a formal request from anybody, so I don't know if it got held up with Joel or what. But I don't know because she started doing this thing where she was handing like paper requests instead of electronic requests, and so they were going back and forth, and I would check them off as I would get them. Send Joel and say I don't have any of these. I don't have any of these. Now, in passing, he made a comment to me that she was looking for emails, and I never got the actual formal request. So
that a request for emails from
between me
the township that would consist of you going through your computer and just finding any emails and then
I just do
forward.
search and forward them on.
So there's no like IT person that maintains all this and would
No, we go through and part of that has to do with the fact because there's requests that come in from that might include legal counsel, and those are client attorney privilege. So we have to pull those out manually, and for us to go and shoot them all like you guys do, the prosecutor's office, you know, we have to deal with our attorneys and everything, determine which one's which.
Okay. Is anyone else involved in this Buddy Wilson thing that you're aware of with your sister that could have been giving her information?
I don't think so. No.
Would you suspect anybody of it?
I mean, there was emails that were going back and forth that were getting up records requests that were probably coming from, you know, Joel and those other ones communicating with Buddy Wilson.
Right.
You know, so that's probably it. And
Did he know who Buddy Wilson really was?
Oh, I don't know. No. I never told anybody. I never told. So,
Does your wife know?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a surprise to her? Or no, she knows.
She knows,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
There's nothing I don't.
We're not going to be back on a
There's
domestic.
nothing I don't. There's nothing I don't tell her.
Okay. All right. Safer that way.
I learned that in my first marriage.
Okay.
All Anything else?
Nah, I think that's cool, man. If you want to put
I'm still curious though. I mean, from what details you keep bringing it up, like detailed stuff. That's I guess I don't understand. Like you were saying that like Buddy has his intimate knowledge. I guess I'm just not sure how detailed because all the stuff that was out there is basically public.
Right, but I just don't get why somebody that
in Cleveland.
in Cleveland or in that area would be so interested in local government in Orange Township, Delaware County. It makes no sense to me.
If you saw what my father, he was like on Fox News and all that. I don't know if you saw it, but he was putting this American flag up outside his house, and they wanted him to take it down. She basically was like the bulldog behind the whole thing. She gets into something, and she sees something in her family members that's going through a problem. She just jumps right in and does stuff. It's the one thing about her. She's got a very push forward type of thing, and yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, if anything else comes to mind, you have my number.
Yeah.
Anything you
I'll shoot you. Yeah, I'll go through and look at that email.
And type out a written statement for me. Try to narrow down timelines.
I don't
if
know.
You can.
It's gonna be hard.
If you can.
Yeah. Like that was what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
It's been a while. I mean, I think there's some stuff, Buddy Wilson stuff that popped up during this year as well.
No. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah. So.
Because we do know that she was also sending emails from Buddy Wilson too.
That's a different case.
Okay. So I don't recall anything coming this year from Buddy Wilson.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just kind of diving into the case because we just got the information back as far as the IP addresses and stuff like that.
I'll pull
Our
my
first set of subpoenas anyway. It takes time because you have to
Subpoena
Facebook, subpoena Gmail, and then they provide, the IP, and then you have to, or the internet provider, then you have to go through them to try to get. It's a process and it takes some time.
Okay.
So, but there's more out there that, and based on what you're telling me, it's all going to come back to your sister.
There's nothing down here.
Okay.
Unless there was I do recall there was like a Buddy Wilson 2, and then there was one that she did. So I don't know if there's another one person out there doing something.
But would that be tied to your address?
No.
Or your IP address?
Or your sister's?
No.
Okay.
That I can't say. I don't know. I mean, all I can say is that the original one is. That's about it. That's all I can tell you.
What do you know about the ones that she was sending?
I just know that there was one was sent to Gail, and it made a comment in there about something like the truth will come out or something, or something along those lines. That's the only one I know of.
Okay.
Unless there's more, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it for now. Maybe get around to getting a statement to me. Like I said, any emails you think that would be pertinent.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Enjoy Thanksgiving. Yep.
You too.